Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. My name is DJ Switch, and I have some fun new stuff planned for today. We're gonna run a record shop. Got a brand new game called Wax Heads. Technically, this is just a demo. So we're gonna experience the demo for the first time in real time. Should be interesting, I think. My only concern, and this was a little bit of a concern kind of going into this, but I haven't played any of it and I haven't watched any gameplay of it, so I don't know for sure. But my worry is that if there's at any point in this game where listening to the soundtrack of the game is like integral to the gameplay, that could be a problem. Because as you all know, I typically don't play with the audio on the game. I run my own audio, so I don't know. We'll see. But it could be cool. All right. So with that in mind, let's dive in and let's see what this game's all about. We're gonna go run our own record shop here in Wax Heads. Also, shout out. I gotta give a big shout out to my boy Lost Crichton for turning me onto this, because I had no idea this game was even a thing, let alone that it already had a playable demo. And I guess it's the final version is supposed to probably come out later this year. We'll see. But it's definitely on my wish list. So once the full version gets released, I'll be on top of that. But we're playing free demo for tonight, so let's go new game, and let's see how this goes. Since every person is different, we want the game to adapt to you. That's why there are two ways to play Wax Heads. You can switch modes anytime from the accessibility menu. No refunds. Every recommendation is unique. Sometimes it's perfect, sometimes not so much. You'll have to live with the consequences of your choices, but don't worry, you'll never get stuck or lose progress. Or, customer is always right. For those who want to always give the best possible answer to every client, you can retry each recommendation in exchange for a small penalty. I don't know. I don't know which way to go about it. Let's see. Every recommendation is unique. You'll have to live with the consequences of your choices, but you'll never get stuck or lose progress. Or you can retry each recommendation in exchange for a small penalty. I don't know. I feel like music it's tough, because I have worked retail jobs in the past where physical media was part of that job. And typically speaking, in the corporate retail space, refunds on physical media are generally not allowed. Especially post millennium, when people are, able to record and rip digital copies of stuff. But that's not really what we're talking about here. We're talking about records. We're talking about physical vinyl record discs. Yeah, you could record him, but that's not really that's not really the point of a vinyl record. The point of a vinyl record is to have a physical disc. It is weird that we haven't even started the gameplay and I'm already struggling with a philosophical choice up front. I've never thought about it in this, like, in this context. Do we want happy customers, or, well, I mean, it's not even about making the customer happy. It's about, well, it says you can switch modes anytime. So let's just start with no refunds. I'm going to assume that maybe the easier. Clive Roderson. In the year 1988, the iconic dream pop band Becoming Violet were on top of the world. Morgan McIntyre, the leader. Pat Brennan, the quiet one. James Grenth, the childhood sweetheart. And Willow McIntyre, the little sister. Clive Roderson, says they had 3 chart-smashing albums, a record-selling sold-out world tour, and a hit single for film, Murder on Monk Hill. But then, Becoming Violet turned to becoming nothing. They split up. There has never been an official explanation given for the band's demise, although many suspect it might have something to do with Doves Can Still Fly. Doves Can Still Fly was Willow McIntyre's solo debut album, a smash hit, but it's seen as the primary catalyst for what killed Becoming Violet. Perhaps the most offending detail was who supported Willow. James Grenth, Morgan's childhood sweetheart, was the album's producer. And it wasn't long until the two announced they were a couple together. What then of the older McIntyre sister, Becoming Violet's Morgan? Well, it's rumored Morgan hasn't spoken to either Willow or James since. No one can be quite sure, as she disappeared from the public eye. It's a mystery, dear viewer. We're left to wonder, where is Morgan McIntyre now? That was me doing my best, like, news reporter voice. And by best, I mean best considering the circumstance. My throat's kind of screwy right now. But, all right, demo track 1. Well, well. Only 5 minutes late. You got guts, new kid, I'll give you that. Don't fire me. Relax. I'm not gonna fire you. Oh, okay. There's a pause button up there. But come late again, and I'll make sure you dust every shelf with my old toothbrush. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Anyway, let's get you started on your first day. Here's the staff room. It has seats and a table and coffee. At least I think that's coffee. I'm sure there's also some tea bags somewhere. And sometimes it has staff, like you. You can have a poke around later. Let's get into the store. Follow me, new kid. This art is absolutely insane. Yeah, we'll follow her in a second. And I'm not gonna click on anything. It'll come back. But, like, hot damn, this art is crazy. All right. Yes. Hello, music fans. Looking for a record? Then come on into Repeater Records. We have all your vinyl desires and guilty secrets just waiting to be discovered. Don't deprive those ears a moment longer. Do I like that post? No, I'm not gonna like that post. I'm not. Wait. Repeater Records. Is that? Oh, there's like an app. Title, band, release date. Repeater Records stock check. Oh, so that is my record store then. Okay. Welcome to Repeater Records. Oh, I should probably read the screen. I'm sure I'll be decontaminating the coffee pot. Hey, Snowhole, good to see you. A local keepsake for one simple reason. We care about the people. A new record signifies a gateway to finding new love and connection. But people don't always know how to find that. So it's our job to help. Oh, come on. Don't look so scared. You'll be fine. So, you ready to give this a go? Let's open up. Right. Enough yapping. Let's get this store open, eh? Head to the front door and unlock it. I assume that's this. Open store? Yes. Hi, Mimi's super fan. Oh my gosh, do you like Mimi? Of course. Why not? No Animal Crossing? Unsub. Oh, Petacabo. You missed the note in Discord. We had a conversation in Discord in which I let everybody know that I was put onto a new game called Wax Heads, in which you are an employee at a record store. And it was suggested by my Discord's mod, Lost Crichton. And so I asked Discord, hey, do you guys want to do Animal Crossing or do you want to play this? And basically, I only got a couple responses and it was unanimous that we wanted to play this. So this is just a demo, which means I'll probably get through most of it tonight, if not all of it. And then we'll be back to Animal Crossing next week. Also, when you talk about unsub, you'll never unsub from me. You haven't quit me in 20 years. What makes you think you're gonna quit now? Don't tempt me. I think what you mean is don't threaten me with a good time. Just listen to the interview on YouTube. I liked it. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, that was basically like, it was funny. I don't plan on doing a lot of YouTube interviews like that, but that was basically what my podcast was in 2024. It was, and funny enough, John was on my podcast like twice because I've known that guy for 15 years. And his game collection is absolutely redonkulous. Well, at least it was until he, you know, found a new home for it. Anyway, thanks for watching that, Snowhole. I'm glad you liked it. Let's get back to the game here. So this person goes only by Mimi Superfan. I assume that's Mimi on her shirt. Definitely says Mimi on her tattoo. And the only thing she said to me so far is, do you like Mimi? To which, of course, as a good salesperson, my response is yes. Whether I actually like Mimi or not, I don't give a fuck. I'm here to sell records. And so my answer is going to be yes. Watch the game immediately punish me for lying about liking Mimi. I don't even know who Mimi is. You get it. We are officially besties. So, like, do you know how to help me? Yes, but let me just look at this employee handbook. Like, okay. Repeater Records employee handbook. Welcome to your first day, Repeater employee. I'm Vinny Vinyl, and I'm here to tell you the 10 steps, the hashtag 10 steps to serving a customer at Repeater Records. Mimi from Drew Carey Show. I think her name is Kathy Kinney, and she's hilarious. And no, it's a different Mimi. Petacabo says Mimi sucks. I mean, if you say so. We don't know who Mimi is yet. Number 1, listen and look to the customer. Like, you do have the new Mimi album, right? Number 2, remember, sometimes people think they know what they want, but trust your gut. It's what's best for the listener. Help a teen out. This is what I should get, right? Okay. Explore the store. Records don't come to you, you go to them. Number 4, inspect records thoroughly. Records are like puzzle boxes. They're full of surprises. Remember, respect your assistant. Use your record assistant to bag your items at the till. Look at my little record assistant. He's adorable. Number 6. When you feel ready, hop over to the cash register. Remember, number 7, remember, always feed the receipt through before you cash the record through the till. Okay. Number 8, be sure to personalize your transaction by printing some emojis on the receipt, or maybe unlock something else. What? Okay. Chloe the teenager says, sweet. Congratulations, you completed your transaction. The customer will tell you how you did. And number 10, recommending records rewards Waxhead points. Be sure to cash them out on the Wild Kindness store to receive some fabulous employee incentive gifts. Employee incentivized gifts. Zine shelf display. Okay. But you do have the new Mimi record, right? Because I just really love her. Okay. Let's go look for the record. Let's go over here. Nope. Let's go maybe like this way. We can look this way. I'm not seeing a Mimi record. Oh, right here. This one says new, still Mimi. Okay, so we put it in the basket. There's an arcade. Awesome. You can play arcade games. Employee incentive, you're not fired. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Nope. Oh, do I go over here? Wait. Oh, here we go. Okay. Still Mimi. Yet another assertive triumph for Mimi, the singer who can and who has now done it all. She's stolen our hearts with her glossed up hooks and delicious melodies, and it's a price worth paying, because Still Mimi isn't just an album, it's a manifesto. The world is mine, the world is Mimi. From Stefan at Repeater Records. Bend to Me, Da Da Dum, Skip for Bliss, Dreaming of Me, Pink Tear, Queen of Love, Dance Detergent, Hannah's Hair, and Sweets. Released by Spot Studios in 2026, etc. What is this? Okay, there's a functional Tamagotchi, and you can feed it and pet it. There's no reasonable explanation for this to exist in this game, and yet I can feed and pet the Tamagotchi. I can just go back and forth all day. This is incredible. Also, why is this 2 games in a row that had a little Tamagotchi? Like, are those things making a comeback? Can you overfeed it? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. I think it's just a cute little like Easter egg thing. But let's click the dog. Wait. I don't know how to go to the cash register. Oh, okay. Okay, so I think we figured out how the registered thing works. Oh my gosh, that's her new album. Like, I've already listened to it loads on streaming, but I just had to get it on record, right? You're the best, bestie. Okay, bye. Apparently I did a rad job. Sweet. Tony the Cheapskate says, good day to you. I would like, wait, no, I demand. Yes, that's the stuff. I demand a very good bargain. What is this shit? Anyone want to work my shift tomorrow? I'm willing to pay in IOUs. Good work ethic not required. The social media part of this is weird, but interesting. All right, let's go look for a record. Bring to me your best discount. That's on sale. So there's this one that's on sale. Let's see. We got that one's new. We got a couple of jazz records there. That's the bathroom. Oh, wait, what's that? That's just background art. All right. There's a guy just standing there. None of these are on sale. And there's this one. Okay. So this one says $25.99, so it's $4 off. Okay, or there was another one, this one here. It says $13.99. So this is our best. This is our best discount. Wait, what happened? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so that now that's in the cart. And then we're gonna grab oh, it just wants to let me load the one. Okay. I demand better customers. They have money to spend. I mean, yeah. All right. Let's ring this up. Gross, gross, gross. Butts. And ding. Oh, yes. That is a delicious discount. I dare say that's your cheapest album in the store. Allow me to purchase this and go home to marvel at your generous offering. Wonderful, just wonderful. Ta-ta. I did a rad job again. Hey. So, I'm after something with singing, with harmonious singing that makes you soar and tremble inside, majestic-like. Harmonious singing. I like the band customers on the counter. Let's check the phone real quick. Oh my gosh, it's here. It's finally here. Thank you, Repeater Records, for giving me Still Mimi. I am complete. It's time to listen again. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm glad you liked it. All right, we're gonna look for a record. Yeah, definitely something harmonious. Harmonious. So there's a choir record. Another stunning array of hymns, covers, and oddities. The Secret Male Choir Club has done it again with renditions of Hallmark classics recorded beautifully at Edmund Hall. This is one to cherish. All right, so there's an idea. Sounds like a cry for help from Mimi Superfan, honestly. I mean, listen, she spent money on the record. And so far, actually, if we're being honest, so far she spent more money than anybody else. I mean, look, I made a living as a DJ, right? If you turn your nose up at everybody who wants to listen to something popular, you've got nobody left on the dance floor. Sometimes you have to play the popular shit to fill the dance floor, and then you hit them with the cool shit. And they go, oh my God, what is this? Where do I find that record? And then the really cool people will come over and be like, yo, man, what's this called? But all right, so we have a choir record, which seems to kind of fit the bill. I want to take a look at this Bad Toes record. Puerile, revolting, electrifying, and relentless. Bad Toes debut is everything parents don't want their teenagers to listen to, and we love them for it. The world needs more depravity. Thank God for Bad Toes, then. Pedicabo, I think I found your record here. Everything parents don't want their teenagers to listen to, and we love them for it. Oh, God. All right. Let's take a look at, we got Sister. A phenomenal debut. These girls are making their mark on the punk world. Sister have rewritten the rule book, making their first album a must-have for all those burgeoning to join the record. Okay, yeah. And then Snake by Sisters, a sophomore album, soon to be another Droney cult classic from this punk triplet trio. Okay, so that's the punk section. Brick Dog live at the snack bar. Breeded Superior, hello, welcome. We are slinging some records tonight and enjoying some lo-fi music. I hope you're ready for all of the music deliciousness. Pedagogos says, damn it, I was tabbed out trying to fix my game when you put me on blast. How's the savings going for that Sega CD? Sega CD? I'm not sure I follow. I don't have a Sega CD. Well, anymore. I did when I was younger. I talked to you during Double Jump's grand reopening. Oh. Are you talking about the CDX that I sold when I was a kid and like I've been looking for? Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. That makes, yeah, I actually, yeah, I do remember that conversation. Breeded Superior, what's up, man? Good to see you. Yeah, so still haven't been able to find a decent price on a Sega CDX. Don't know if I ever will. But I have a library of consoles that I've been thinking about trading in if I ever get to a point where I find a Sega CDX for a decent price. And I've been meaning to get back over to Double Jump so I can talk to Cooper about that and see if he can like score a CDX for me. I have several consoles that I don't play. I've got a Wii U, I've got a Wii, I have an N64, I've got a PS2, I've got a Star Wars 360. Like, I would just bundle all of that up and trade all of it in to get, you know, a decent price on a CDX. Because the CDX, if I ever got my hands on a CDX again, I would never let it go. For the moment, however, we are looking for an album that has harmonies that make you feel like soaring inside. And so far, we found one album of hymns from a boys choir, which obviously is very harmony driven. But I'm looking around at some of these other albums, and I'm not seeing anything that's like jumping out at me. Another Brick Dog? No. What is this? Ego, Sunny Side Up, self-deprecating toast and jam. Has so much subversive creativity they could make one excellent album before imploding under the weight of their own literal egos. This is amazing. Lucky for us, this album is timeless as an all-out pithy banger, a cult classic for good reason. I got lucky and found one at a Goodwill a couple of years ago for $65. Oh, dang. Yeah, that would be an amazing score. Does it work? Like it's working and in good shape and stuff, right? Like, dude, a working CDX for $65 would be an insane find. At the moment we have, oh, there's like a back like storage room. I don't know what this does. Looks like some kind of like combo lock thing. I guess we'll get around to that later. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a padlock. All right. So for right now, it looks like the only record we have in the store that fits what this guy's looking for is this Choir Club Volume 2. So let's print a receipt. Oh, oh, the Halo 3. Ah, the Halo 3 Xbox. Yeah. Yeah, I love my Star Wars 360, and like I bought it new, so it's mine. I'm the only owner, and I still have it. That's not true. That's not true, actually. I think my wife actually found a Star Wars 360 that was like new in box, but it got traded into her old store because she ran a video game store for a while. Anyway, my Star Wars 360 is like flawless and complete, and I love it. I have the white Kinect. I have the golden 3PO controller. I have all that. I just, it's in a box. I've only ever played the Genesis. Love me some Toe Jam and Earl. Yeah. Toe Jam and Earl has one of the best soundtracks, I think, of just about any of the Genesis era games. Does not get enough love. Because I am all about that funky stuff. Some strange buttons on that cash register, Snowhole. I'm glad you noticed. You're supposed to like mark the receipts with like emotes. This guy wants something harmonious. We found him a male choir club record for 20 bucks and change. So we're gonna go cat, dog, and recommend. Wow. Yeah, just like that. Might seem like an odd choice for someone who looks like me, but I've been singing in this male choir, and man, it's a lot of fun. I've been looking for some new inspiration, and this looks like just the thing. Thanks a bunch. I got another rad score. Listen, I don't want to brag, y'all, but I think I know something about running a record store. Hello there. I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for something in particular. My late husband, Bradley, he used to play this jazz record for me when we were younger. It's a cherished memory of mine, how often we used to listen to it. Oh, again, we'd lose ourselves in that sound for hours. Sadly, though, we must have lost it over the years. I'd very much like to find another copy to revisit that time. However, tragically, I can scarcely remember any details about it. I just remember that it was nothing like I'd ever heard before. It had so much life in it, and I think it had a saxophone on it. That much I'm sure of. Do you think you could help me? Yes, I can help you. I have just the thing. I know exactly where that record is. Bang. Wait, they both have saxophones. Shit. The first time you hear Peep, it expands into sounds that people only previously dreamt of. It is both simultaneously new and also familiar, and enchants you like nothing you've ever heard before or perhaps ever will. Excerpt from Helen Chrysler's book, The Jazz That Changed My Life. Okay, so someone wrote about this in a book, which means this record's been around for a minute. 1973. Oh, cool. Okay, so you can look at the back. It says 73. And there's some jazz songs on there. Okay, so this might be it, but let's double check. There's a saxophone on this one too. Lionel Hugh, Livin' Easy Mag, October 98. This doesn't have a date on it. So I'm gonna go with that first one. We are going to put record, music, record, heart. I played Toe Jam and Earl not too long ago on the Genesis collection. It didn't hold up as well as I would have liked. Hell yeah, neither does Altered Beast. I mean, 16-bit games in general, I think, are just a different era. But I still love me some Genesis. That's, you know, in that YouTube interview that I did with John Hancock last week, I was joking around with him about wanting to borrow a copy of X-Men. Dude literally has 36 complete console systems, and he said 99% of that is going to be going to either a public archive or a public display, like a public display group that out of the Midwest. And like, so 99% of his 36 complete console systems is going to either a public archive in Sweden or a public display group out of the Midwest. And I said, hey, can I borrow a copy of X-Men for the Genesis? And he, like, his brain like reset for a second. He's like, borrow it? It's not my copy of X-Men anymore. Listen, I don't care if I'm laughing at my own joke. That shit was funny. And you can see it in real time on my interview on YouTube with the immortal John Hancock, talking about the announcement that he made a couple of weeks ago. It's a 2-part interview, by the way, so like I definitely recommend watching both parts. But if you want to just find out what's happening with his collection, that's why I broke it up, is because all that's in the first part. Oh, thank you. Okay. Favorite non-Sonic game on Genesis is Ghostbusters. You know what's funny? I've never played the Ghostbusters game. Like, I'm a massive Ghostbusters nerd, and I've never played the Ghostbusters game on Genesis. That's not true. I think I've like tried to play it once or twice, but never got real into it. I would love to like go back and kind of revisit some of the old Ghostbusters games. I want to play that, and I want to play the real Ghostbusters arcade game. But I've been kind of like getting a little bit more into like emulation stuff recently. And I'd love to spend some time on like building a library, especially since I have access to basically any game I want. I want to try to like leverage that into something playable so I can actually like visit old games and stuff. But anyway, Winston here says, yes, I believe that's the one. Has a saxophone on it and describes itself just as I felt. Takes me right back to Bradley's small apartment. This was so sad. I hate that Winston lost his husband. We would sit and listen, drinking and laughing. Oh my. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you ever so much. I will cherish this. Thank you again. You've made this old fool smile. I love that we had the jazz record that he was looking for. That's hot tea. I need to let that sit for a bit. Golden Axe, Sonic and Knuckles, Toe Jam and Earl, what I played the most. I definitely played a lot of, I had all the Sonic games for the Genesis, but I definitely played the ever-loving shit out of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and 3 through the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge, because I also had Sonic and Knuckles, right? So like I played a lot of Sonic 2 with Knuckles, and I played a lot of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, just because it's basically you're playing 2 games in one. Because they figured out how to string the story together for both games, so like it was just one long Sonic game. It was amazing. Knuckles absolutely broke Sonic 2. Yeah, it did, and I don't care, because that game was amazing with Knuckles. Climbing around, especially in the chemical plant zone, you're climbing around like finding all those extra lives on all those towers that you can't climb with Sonic, but you can climb with Knuckles. Yeah, that game was so unfair. My favorite Sonic game is Sonic 3D Blast. Really? Like so here's the funny thing. Everybody hates that game, but I had it. I didn't hate it. I liked it. I'm not gonna say it was my favorite game. Like just real talk. You know, like what you like. I'm not knocking it, but Like for me, Sonic 2 was definitely my favorite game because that's the one I played the most. And actually, I think Sonic 2 was the first game I ever beat, like without help. It's just the one that I played the most until I beat it. And I remember like being a little kid, finally beating that last stage and seeing the end credits for the first time, and my little brain just broke. Oh my God, I got to the end of the game and I won and I beat it and there's credits and it was like my life changed that day. RoboCop v Terminator. Yeah. I love me some RoboCop games. That reminds me, I've got to finish that new RoboCop game. Especially because the DLC is out and I haven't even played the DLC yet. My favorite Sonic game is Hank, hang on a minute. I'm talking to my chat. I'll get your record in a second. First Zelda was my first conquest. Nice. It was nice to just have a game that wasn't a side scroller, so I played it a ton. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, there was so much stuff in that 16-bit era that was just side scroller out of like default or out of necessity. That's one of the things that, like, even though I was a Sega kid, I did appreciate that the Super Nintendo really gave birth to the Metroidvania as a concept. Because then you started getting a lot of like Metroidvania style games where it was less about side scrolling left to right, and it was more about like navigating a map properly. My buddy had the Sega Network thing because his mom worked for the cable company. That was a trip. Yeah, the Sega Channel, man. I miss the Sega Channel. I never had it, but I had a friend that had it, and it's always funny talking to when I talk to retro game nerds and we get to talking about like some of the like really tentpole stuff that changed the industry, stuff like, you know, the first DLC. The first game that was released and then patched post-release. And then we talk about like stuff like digital game libraries, and you can't have that conversation without talking about Sega Channel, but everybody forgets about Sega Channel. But Sega Channel was so ahead of its time. I remember playing theme park and salting the shit out of my fries through Sega Channel. Nice. I think I got like a trial for Sega Channel or something, and I played like, I think I played Ren and Stimpy. Talk about like a crappy side scroller, man. The Ren and Stimpy game was atrocious, and I loved it. Anyway, let's get back to Hank. Hank says, howdy, biggins. I need help, and I need it fast. Wait, hold up. Who are you? That's the new kid. New kid? Oh, that's right. We were hiring after Sasha left. I just thought, Hank, maybe we were gonna hire Merrick. Hank, why are you here? It's your day off. Okay, so maybe I wanted to use the photocopier for a concert flyer for my band. I don't suppose you have this flyer ready for me to photocopy, do you? Well, you know me. I'm not much of a visual person, ... Oh, by the way, speaking of Chemical Plant Zone, hang on, let me just pause for a second. Enjoy this jazzy version. This is the first track on Jazz Hop Standards Volume 1 from Kuraga Records. That is hands down my absolute favorite record in the catalog from Kuraga. Yeah, this like jazzy Chemical Plant Zone this is my shit right here. Oh, that trumpet and everything. It's so good. All right, a little bit of Stardew Valley as we continue on. Hank says, but I got a bunch of cutouts. I figured one of the youngins could help with the designing. Okay, new kid, go help Hank out. Yes! You heard her, new kid. You're with me. Let's go to flyer making. Or let's get to flyer making. Oh my God. Let's go like this, maybe. I want to go like there. And then, I don't really know how the game like works for like flyer stuff. I have a little bit of like design and layout background. Here, have a banana. And then there's that person and that person. This thing with the demon horns can go like there. And we'll do some lightning bolts, because lightning bolts. And then just a mouth right in the middle and 2 eyes. There. Would you look at that? You're a real talent, new kid. Morgan knows how to pick them. Doesn't look too shabby. Now go home, Hank. Okay. But can I stick the flyer on the window on the way out? Fine. Thanks, Morgan. You're the best. Don't make me chase you out. This is why I was the cartoonist. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Like, the game's only giving me stickers to pick from. Like, this is not real layout, and I know you know that. Okay, I'm going. But I expect to see both of you at the apple bed later this week. And it was a real treat meeting you, new kid. Thanks for your help. That was Hank. He works here too. It sometimes feels like he lives here. Oh, looks like you got another customer. I'll leave you to it. Chop, chop. God, you gotta help me out here. I'm in a bit of a rush. I'm going to my twin sister's place, you see, and it's our birthday. Happy birthday? Oh, right, thanks. That's not important right now. You see, every year she buys me some ridiculously good gift, but mine are always awful, and I'm trying to turn things around, you see. So since she's really into records, I had a brainwave and thought I'd get her a record she's been after, except I'm stuck. I know she's a big Sister fan. I think she said something about an album with a rain cloud on it, which would be great if I could find it. I can't see it anywhere. She'll never let me live it down if I get her the wrong one. I can't live without that. I can't live with that shame. So I'm counting on you here, because otherwise I'm doomed. All right. Remember, it's a Sister record with a rain cloud on it. Yeah. Sure. Whatever. I know where it is. Nope, not here. I saw it. Nope, I just passed it. Hang on, back up. It's is it that one? That looks kind of like a lightning bolt. What if it's this one? That's a snake. Yeah, I think it's this first one. Let's do a skull. This one, you think? Why do I feel like I've seen it before? Probably because this is the one I knew I needed to look for, right? Or did I already see this in her collection? Nope. Nope. I choose to believe in your choice, kid. All right, then. Wish me luck. Okay. Was that not the right one? There you go. Not bad for your first day, huh? You did good, kid. Come on, let's close up shop. I'll give you the keys. Told you she wanted Bad Toast. Bad Toast has a snake on it, dude. What are you talking about? Thomas, the talent manager, says, good evening. Whoa, staff only in here, pal. And sorry, but we're closed. Are you Miss McIntyre? That depends who's asking. My client wanted to be escorted to your establishment. She isn't one to take no for an answer. I believe you are familiar with one another. Buddy, what are you talking about? And what client? It can't be. Willow? Hello, sis. Been a while. Store's looking a little sad. Are you kidding me? No word in over 10 years, not to mention that little paparazzi stunt of yours at Mom's wake. And what, now you suddenly stop by to insult the wallpaper? What is it you want, Willow? Make it quick, I have a shop to close. You'd think age would calm that temper of yours, but you always... No, let's not get into all that. I just wanted to let you know that I'll be in town, but I shan't outstay my welcome. Bye, Morgan. Evening to you both. God damn it. I wish you didn't have to see that. Sorry, new kid. Let's finish closing up. You'll be working with Abby and T tomorrow. Listen, this is awkward, but I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell them about the exchange you just witnessed. My lips are sealed. Ugh, still awkward. Look, this isn't a do this or lose your job type of order. Just a bit of a delicate matter, and I don't want to spread it around. Thank you for humoring me. Right. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, yeah. Good job again, kid. I want to know what I did wrong on that last one. Was I supposed to... I don't understand. Oh, I see. Okay. That's how you open the store, I guess, huh? Walking the Cow, the #1 spot for the freshest music, news, and takes. Sister, Door to a Light. Review by Layla T. Punk Prodigy's Door to a Light is not so bright. Layla T gives her thoughts on the new Sister album, which departs from the band's natural post-punk roots. Heavy lies the critic that wears the crown, and this crown is feeling particularly heavy after reviewing the new album by celebrated punk troupe Sister, whose hotly anticipated Door to a Light via Breadstick Records has promised a radical new direction from their previously established post-punk sound. It is my sad duty to inform any of you who are hoping that these DIY sickos could bottle lightning 3 times in a row to brace for disappointment. This album is a mess. Song Game Fright wanders aimlessly. Action Boy has been done before and better. And let's just not talk about the horribly titled closing track, LOL. There are notable exceptions. The single Stick a Stick in My Eye is deliriously dreamy, while the slow burn that is Street Wine is sure to become a fan favorite live. But these rough gems aren't enough to save this bog of an album. Another band may have gotten away with it, but for Sister, it's hard not to demand more. 5 out of 10. Okay. Sure. Abby says, hey, so you're the new kid. Hope you didn't get too soaked in that rain. Ruthless? Yeah. Brita, you're right. That review, honestly, that review was also written pretty terribly. I always wonder, like who does the writing for these indie games? I want to be that guy. Like, I can't make a game, but I can write. And I can damn sure write better than some of this. But you know, these indie game devs can't afford like a whole ass writing team, so they probably just do it themselves. Yachty can write a mean ass review. Yeah, yes, but the problem with Yacht Rock's reviews is that he can sometimes edge past mean and into comedy. A lot of the mean shit he writes is so mean it becomes funny. I mean, and at that point, it's kind of defeats the purpose. But you know, that's the point, though. Well, it can be, but you know, Yachty's trained, like he knows what he's doing. So, like, you know, just because he approaches it differently than I would doesn't mean that he's doing it wrong or that I can't appreciate what he's doing, even if it's not my style. Now they're probably AI generated and just edited. That's why he doesn't like writing. Breed Superior, maybe they might be AI generated, but probably not, actually. AI generated texts has some really obvious tells that so far I haven't really seen in this game. I feel like that probably didn't use any AI in this game, because there's some places where if they were using AI, it'd probably be a bit more polished. But polished isn't the point, right? The art is the point. So I imagine the people making this game are probably avoiding AI because they want to make it all themselves, because that's what they're going for. But I don't know for sure. Like, I don't know these people. I just found out about this game yesterday. Pedakawa says he goes for the joke and it's easier to be funny when you're mean, and YRS doesn't really like to be mean. Also true. Yeah, that's the thing about Yarok Smooth is he's not a naturally mean person, or at least not in a way that like is very public facing. Like, we all have that streak, you know, but him no more than anybody else. But you're absolutely right. Like especially when he's publishing something for public consumption, he doesn't like to be mean just for the sake of being mean. Because he's not that guy. Honestly, I don't know if I could be friends with him if he was. But thankfully he isn't. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's not that guy. Abby, nice to meet you. Abby says, nice to meet you. I'm Abby. Hi, Abby. T says, yo. Say hi to the new kid, T. Hi to the new kid. I like T. She's funny. Okay, I guess I walked into that one. Anyway, did you see the Sister album review just dropped on Walking the Cow? Meh. Don't meh, Sister T. We even put the new single in the jukebox, which I'll admit does sound a bit different to their usual stuff. Neat, maybe I'll like it then. New kid, what about you? Do you like post-punk? Sure. Of course you do. Post-punk is more than just a label. It's that feeling you get from deep inside. It's a way of life. Every type of music represents a lifestyle. You know better just because you have a punk band. You have a punk band? Well, Girl Junk technically isn't my band. It's the band of friends of mine. They needed help with a promotion. I'm good with that. I'm good at that. It would be a big get for them to play at the Apple Bed. I'm working on it. I'll work it out. You'll see. Call her Miss Manager. You mentioned reading a Walking Cow? Oh, wait. You've never heard of Walking the Cow? Are they a band? It's not a band. It's a daily music newsletter written by a bunch of cool writers. Yeah, super cool writers. Debatable. See, I knew I liked T. So far, T is my favorite. What's going on Phonogram? Good news for people who love sister-related news. We now have their new dizzying and, in this old dog's opinion, heavily misunderstood album, Door to a Light. Okay, so Hank likes it, and he thinks it's misunderstood. That's interesting. Ignore her. You should totally check out the app on your phone. They always have something worth reading. Definitely check out today's Sister review. I'm dying to talk to someone about it. Speaking of bands, can you believe Pat booked Hank's band Denise? I'm telling you, it's the patriarchy at work. Gigs are overrated. Not everyone wants to be a shut-in like you. Works for me. Mix tracks at home, get paid, done. No fussing with stuff like venues, crowds, or bookings. But you can't replace the feeling of seeing a band live or connecting with an audience through live music. Musicians showing off their skills, fans letting their emotions run wild. Pure raw magic with every beat of the drum. Whatever you say, Shakes Punk. Shakes Punk. Good one. Sourpuss. Anyway, we should probably be opening up. I need a smoke first. Feels like it's gonna be a day. Back in 5. I like tea right up until the smoking thing. I'm not a big fan of smokers. New kid, I'm gonna need your help. Before you leave in the staff room, can you tidy the notice board? Morgan starts complaining if the notices start overlapping, but don't sweat it, just do your best. And when you're done, come and meet me in the store. Okay. I mean, just my dad was a smoker. You know, and I'm seeing a lot of my parents' friends are starting to run into a lot of major health problems because of their lifelong smoking habit. That just kind of reaffirms, like, you know, it's just not, it's not good. Wait, no, hang on. I'm in the staff room. Oh, notice board. That's what I needed to do. I gotta, what am I doing? Agony Ant, board dome. I don't understand what I'm doing here. Hang on. Did you saw that pic of me smoking a cigarette on the bench wearing a... I don't have that photo. But I thought it was on your Facebook or something, wasn't it? Make it all fit. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Was I'm gonna try to see if I can just kind of connect everything in a way that makes sense here. Nope, hang on, wait a minute. Let's go like that. And then, oh shit. Maybe we go like this. Something like that, maybe. Sure, why not? Unstoppable by Mimi. Davy B by Denise. We Keep Dancing by Pink Squared. Okay, sure. What do we got going on the laptop? Nothing of interest. All right. Probably. I haven't been on Facebook in years. Yeesh, that rain is not letting up, and we just reopened upstairs. But with all the wet customers coming in today, it's gonna get all damp and gross. Guess we should try and cheer them up. You ready? All right, let's get to it. What's going on at Photogram? Well, my favorite Twee streamer, New Boy, was playing PonkoBot last night, and they claimed they figured out the identity of Shy Robot. They're gonna reveal it when they hit 5,000. When they hit 5,000 new subscribers. We gotta spread the word. I know who Shy Robot is. Oh my God. Repeater Records is spreading the good cheer with the new and improved upstairs. And babes, that means more space for records, for art, for clothes, and honey, we even got a pretty little Ponko party here. Don't know what any of that means, but sure. Let's like the social posts and let's open the store. Oh man. Oh man. Today is just not it. Nice and warm in here though. Hi, sorry if I smell damp. I had to walk 2 miles here and the rain didn't let up. Some jerk stole my bike. And now my favorite shirt is soaked. I could really use a good record to cheer me up. Okay. Got anything that'll cheer me up over soaking my favorite top? Gecko Jester? Deadpan, morose, and humorously bleak. Hark, the new Gecko Jester record is upon us. The kings and queens of staring at objective misery with a wry smile have returned. Absurd realities finds the jester in comfortable shoes, treading their well-worn observations of human eccentricity alongside jangly indie rock to impressive effect. I don't think that's it. Twang and prang, electro pulse, shake and shout. It's a hell of a sight. Don't sit, come and stand in our light. We're gonna go and dance the fright away. We're gonna go and dance the fright away. Pitch the tent, roll up, don't be shy. Roll up, roll up, roll up, you freaky campers. Includes we keep dancing even when the lights come up. Accompanying promo press release from Pink Square. Or Pink Squared. I don't know. Whatever that is. Okay, well, there's nothing there yet. What is this? A new Mimi record? Mecha Mimi meets Mother? Mimi is back, but not as you might remember. Who would predict that the bubblegum princess of pop could deliver such a dark and naughty, sprawling record? Moody Mimi, as some fans are naming her, might not be to everyone's taste, but personally I am loving her. Plug me back in, Mecha Mimi Mother. I'm not done yet. Okay. Sister, daughter of light. No. Brick dog. Ego, sunny side up. So much subversive creativity. Lucky for this album. Okay. No. I'm not sure which record to... Oh, there's a couple new ones here. Oh, and there's the upstairs. Okay. Now play this. An explosive sophomore outing by impish provocateur Nia Pixel. Cartoonish rapper from Valencia. Brawling chunky beats, sizzling fast verses, and deliriously delicious experimentation. Pixel is... Okay, untouched. Okay, nope, that's not it. No. Let's look upstairs. What do we got upstairs? There's dirt. Rear view collapse is a testament to the sound of post-punk virtuosos Dirt, and they can fill out so much sound over so few tracks. Greasy, crumbling strums hum inside the echoes that crash and heave on this beautifully constructed re-released EP. Written originally for the powerful documentary Property Will Cost Us the World. Okay. Nope. I love splatter pressed records. Yeah, I've seen some really killer ones. In fact, I have a few really fun splatter records. Trying to think. Do I have any like here? I have kind of like a currently rotating list on the floor right here. And none of those appear to be splatter records. So unfortunately I don't have any to show. But I definitely have some like on the shelf. I'm just not going to go digging for them right now. I got a few from Fixed for Cell Dweller. I don't know if I'm familiar with Fixed. What is Fixed? Independent record label. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Oh, and then they've got an official store. Okay, yeah, those the Cell Dweller, the double album. British Superior, are you talking about the double album with the red and yellow and the splatter? Because that, I mean, that looks pretty sick. Yeah. Let me see if I can share my screen. Yeah, there we go. All right. This is what British Superior is talking about. This is the Cell Dweller album from Fixed Records. Album's called End of an Empire. And I absolutely love that splatter pattern. I think that's gorgeous. Yeah, I've seen some pretty cool splatter stuff. I actually have a Hey Arnold record that's pretty sick. It's got a kind of a cool splatter to it. And I'm trying to think, like, I know that there's others that I have sitting on the shelf. I'm not gonna go digging through my records right this second because I'm you know, in the middle of a gaming stream. But yeah, no, that's pretty killer looking. Where were we? Oh right, I'm trying to find an album that's gonna cheer her up for getting wet. Let's see, Ghost Bucket. Remarkable album that finally returns to our shelves. Do not miss out on this legendary album written by a talented bunch of anxious, stoned out teens. Man, his paranoia never sounded this good. Okay. The Bloated Bell Jar by Jarhead. Jarhead drummer Casper Tolles was found dead during the recording of their seminal industrial debut. Good God. Somehow against all odds, thriving in depravity, Jarhead released their second album, Pucker. It's a deeply uneven but ballsy record, inconsistent in nature. It reflects a conflicted band that are barely keeping it together. But the notoriety hasn't affected their popularity. Pucker even includes Jarhead's hit single Police Mistake. Okay, I don't think this is what we're looking for. A record etched with blood and spit inside the pantheon of heavy metal. No. This is weird. I don't know which record to go for. There's an eagle sticker. That's funny. Let's go back downstairs. Bubblegum record that started it all. Mimi's self-titled debut. is what puts the ink in pink because it's incredible. This reissued edition of Masterful Pop includes #1 single Do We Meet in the Bookstore and the UK exclusive I Hear You've Got Problems. Did you know I've always had a crush on you? Got anything that'll cheer me up over? I don't know if the Mimi record is going to be the right one. Phenomenal debut. These girls are making their mark on the punk world. Sister have rewritten the rule book. Going to join the ranks of anarchy. Write more. I can write more about the addictive pummeling bass. Okay. Splitting critics and fans alike, Sister's new album is a challenging and abrasive record, not for the faint-hearted, replacing hopping bass and driving guitars for synths and noise. It's certainly a bold choice. Newcomers may be better off checking out their seminal debut first. Includes hit single Stick a Stick in My Eye. Bricked Ego, Can Your Grins. It's rare to use the term music supergroup, but what else is there for the combination of Ego, Sunny Side Up's Robbie Dare, and the remaining founding members of Brick Dog? An odd couple mix of deadly proportions. What a time to be alive. Can Your Grins. Sick Ghosts, Best Chance, Triggerhead, Dino, Nope, Cop, Cop Sexy Dust. Hang on. Wait. Cop Sexy Dust, Ball, Fork, and Shit. This is why graphic design is important, kids. I cannot read this because I can't tell if this is Cop and then Ball Luck and then is it Sexy Dust Fork? Is that how it's supposed to go? Or is it Cop Sexy Dust and then 8 is Fork? I cannot tell. Can't get into storage. Shit. Cannot take this donut. Jam runs thicker than blood. These words are immortalized in me, such as the pervasive impact of Bruck, the fourth Brick Dog LP, and second with Gareth Gringle as frontman. Honestly, the first album sounded the funniest. Don't Dead Open. I don't know which one to. Live at the Snack Bar. Meteoric Rise, and a live album captures the alignment of stardom. All right, let's talk to this person some more. Got anything that'll cheer me up over soaking my favorite top? That doesn't like. Repeater stock check. Nork. Where's that? I don't think I saw that one. All right, hold up. Let me see if I can find it. Nope. I'm spending way too much time, but I don't know any of the things. So like, I kind of just have to go off of the descriptions, you know? Mecha Mimi sounds fire. Shikun, what up, my dude? How are we liking it so far? So far so good, except I'm a little stuck. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm just gonna. There's not even like anything about the game. Like nobody has anything about the game on the web. Like I can't even look up the answer because there isn't one. So I guess I just have to suck. So that's a video game. I don't want to play video game right now. That's a back room I can't get into. Gecko Jester sounded funny. Where was that one? I think it was upstairs. Or was it, oh, this one here. Well, but Gecko Jester sounds like moody. This is more like this one's like a dance record. I'm gonna recommend this one, I think. Wait, what happened? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I can see why you would pick that. It looks fun and cheerful, but it's too mainstream for what I am normally into. I'll take this anyway. You would happen to have an umbrella though. No, it's okay. See you later. Wow. All right, fine, whatever. Hi, isn't it nice outside? Rain's pretty bad. No, you know what they say? There's no bad weather, only bad clothing. You're missing out, you know? This is perfect partying weather. You want to party in the rain? Are you kidding? Of course. Making camp and dancing in nature's embrace, it makes me feel so alive. I'm heading out to a friend's spot to party tonight. But I have to work. I have to remember I have work tomorrow. Sucks. I wish I could stay outside. Just dancing and dancing and dancing. I think about it all the time. Gee, I wonder what record I'm supposed to give this person. Probably the same one I just sold. I never want to stop dancing. Well, have I got the record for you? Oh, hey, Pink Squared. I know them. And it has a single called We Keep Dancing Even When the Lights Come Up. You can't win them all, chat. You can't win them all. Cannot wait to blast this tonight and lose myself dancing under the drips, the drops, and the stars. Thanks for this. I got a rad rating for that one. The last one was mad. That one, meh. That one was rad. Okay, well, Billy says, hey, I know you weren't much help before, so look, I'm just gonna say it. Why is our Bad Toes album already off the featured shelf? Like, I thought your whole deal was supporting local bands. Well, we lasted, what, a couple days? Whatever. I'll chase Hank up about it. Anyway, I'm here for something else. Don't tell anyone, but I'm a bit out of creative juice. No musician likes to admit it, but it happens. So what better way to get the ideas running than listening to some good tunes? And I'm after something thumpingly loud. Yeah, something unapologetically thumpingly loud. Loud. Give me something unapologetically thumpingly loud. I have an idea of exactly what he's looking for. Where did that go? Was it colossal drums, thumping, bruising guitars, and bass mutated into thick, chomping, pummeling beats? It doesn't get any louder than this. Yep, that's the record. That's the one. Ah, shit. There we go. And we're just gonna make sick faces and a couple of butts. Whoa, I didn't know they had re-released this Snarl album. The producer who mixed this, their ears bled. It was so loud. Man, Bad Toast should definitely get in touch with Pumpkin Party Records. I bet they would find a way to keep our records on the featured shelf. But hell yeah, just what I need. If this doesn't inspire me to make some extremely unapologetic music, then I'm sorry. Oh, damn. See what I mean? Cheers, mate. Oh, good. The kids are here. Let me check the app real quick. It says, I cannot believe this. There's already a new Mimi album already out. Oh, Mecha Mimi meets Mother. I cannot wait to meet you myself. I'm going to pick up a copy today. Come rain or shine. Nothing can stop me. Nothing. All right. So we're going to have at least one person coming in for a copy of the new one. I wonder if it's going to be the same girl or if it's a different Mimi super fan. Kid A, Kid B, Steven, the tired dad says, hi, I was just Brick Barbecue, Mimi doll, camping tent. Jordan, don't touch that. Wow, that looks like a monster. Sorry, I just did the shopping and look, Ponko, Dad, look, there's an album with a fist like the one we have. What? Yeah, honey, that looks very interesting. We have an arcade machine. Dad, Vigigame. Do you need like a coin? Don't worry, I've got you. Cheers. I don't think I can reach my pockets right now. Yay. Sorry about that. I love them to death, but you know, sometimes it's been a long day. I get it, or it's 3 p.m. That is a shitty record store employee answer if ever I've seen one. Dude, it's 3 p.m. It hasn't been that long. Sorry, still a bit frazzled. Was wondering if it's not too much work. My hands are full, so I can't browse the store properly, but I really just want to buy a record for myself. Please help. Okay, so I see jars of stuff. I see a gaming thing. I see a Mimi doll. I see a camping tent. I see snake, purple snake, and I see a brick barbecue. I really just want to buy something that's for me. Okay, so I'm assuming all this shit is for his kids. So we need to find a record that doesn't reflect any of the stuff that he's holding. I have an idea. Look at us mortals here in the shadows watching an ascending rap god in the making. RXX is levitating. He's bringing the whole party with him on this jumping, word-popping LP. It's a true feast. Yeah. What was this one again? What does it sound like when you mix the sexy, messy sounds of electronic fuzz with the loinful moans of desire? Untitled Grass have the answer with their seductive Let's Fuzz. Henry Kemp approves with 2 thrusts. That's a solid choice, I think. Especially because it's on sale and it sounds like it's really not for kids. But let's keep looking. I was also thinking maybe this one. Deadpan, morose, and humorously bleak. Hark, a new Gecko Jester album record is upon us. The kings and queens of staring at objective misery with a wry smile have returned. Absurd Realities finds the jesters in comfortable shoes, treading their well-worn observations of human eccentricity alongside jangly indie rock to impressive effect. Great Missing Friendship, 5 Days, 2 Stolen Bikes, Existential Hangover, Disappointment, Dad Sent a Letter, See You in the Hills, Awkward Gift, Burnt, Let's Not Talk About Family, Driven to Therapy, and Okay See You. Yeah, I think this is our winner. Just on the track titles alone, I think this is going to be perfect for that guy. Let's do Gravestones. Because why not? There you go, buddy. Oh God, you're a genius. I love Gecko Jester. The jacket I'm wearing is actually Gecko Jester merch. Cost a fortune, but it's so funky. Thank you so much. This is just the pick-me-up I needed. Jordan, Jackson, we're going home. 5 more minutes. Nope. Screaming. How often have I told you screaming won't? Anyway, thanks for the record. Come on, kids. Man, I can't believe they made a video game out of like recommending records to people. This is wild. Hidden customer. It's here. I know you have it. You must. I finally have enough time to come and get it. I've been telling everyone how much I need it. I came out in this weather for it. Yeah. I know. Just here. Dog, cat, dog, cat, dog, cat. Finally, everyone got it before I did. Avoiding spoilers was so difficult. I hope Mimi doesn't think I'm less of a Mimi mouse because I didn't pre-order it. I send her a message on Phonogram every day. Now I can tell her I've got it. I need to listen to this now. Yeah, I was wondering if she was gonna show up. That was definitely that same girl from before. And that's another day done. Did you actually do anything today, or did you just hide away and listen to your tracks? And did you do anything today, or did you just use the free internet to promote girl junk? I'll let you know I'm a master of multitasking. Hey, new kid, why do you work at Repeater? I needed a job. This sounded cool. Working at a record store, you mean? Having met Morgan, you must have changed your mind right quick. Hey, Morgan is cool. Morgan was cool a long time ago. Oof. She hasn't made music in ages. Oh, T. I liked T. She's starting to be kind of a pain, though. And because she can't just go to therapy like a normal person, Morgan's got employees to terrorize. Don't listen to T. At Repeater, we want to make people happy. Sure, Morgan's got some unresolved stuff going on, Abby, and at some point it's gonna hit us. Anyway, I think we've traumatized you enough for a day. Let's get out of here before it starts raining again. See you, new kid. Laters. So we made it through another day. That's not bad. I mean, this gameplay loop is actually pretty fun. And like as a bit of a record nerd myself, like I can see myself enjoying more of this. Monster Music TV, and we're back. For those just tuning in, you're joining me, Clive Roderson, on Monster Music TV. Today in the studio, we have a very special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, I give you Gareth Gringle. Hi, Clive. Happy to be here. T has Daria eyes. Yeah, I noticed that too. Forgive me for getting right into it, Gareth, but if I'm not mistaken, you have some upsetting news to share. Well, change doesn't always have to be sad, Clive. It can be transformative. Of course, and we'll get to your transformation in a minute, but for the thousands of BrickDog fans out there, you have something to tell them, don't you? Well, yes. I have left BrickDog. I'm sorry. I have to admit, I was truly shocked. The band seems more popular than it's ever been. What happened? Nothing happened. Nothing? Gareth, you've just walked away from one of the biggest rock bands on the planet. You're saying nothing influenced you to make such an earth-shattering decision? It was just time for a change, you know? I had these new songs I wanted to write. Wait, let's walk it all back and set this up, because the beginning was just as, if not even more, dramatic. You were the successive singer to Taro Deal, BrickDog's infamous founding singer, who of course died in tragic circumstances. When you're... Hold on. Doing that voice without water is kind of awful. Okay, we're gonna try this shit again. Where was I? Right, okay. When you were brought in to replace O'Deal, it was touted as an impossible feat. That must have been terrifying. Filling in the shoes of an infamously adored dead man? We've talked about this before, Clive. If we could maybe just talk about my new... And yet, with the release of Ruck, a truly seminal collection of garage rock songs, you defied your critics and won over a new army of fans. Well, I've always been very grateful for those who have listened. And now that legacy... And now that legacy has violently shuttered. Tell us, how do Andre, Zaki, and Bruce feel about your decision? The rest of the band are very talented individuals. I have no doubt that they will continue to make great music. Just like I made my... Why don't we now go over to our audience and take some questions? By the way, if I was the dude on the other side of this interview from this Clive guy, I'd be fucking pissed. He's cut this guy off like 4 or 5 times now. And he's like actively steering the interview towards the drama instead of like interviewing with the subject in mind, which is really shitty interview technique. Like your job, when you interview people, your job is to help them tell their story. And you have to find a way to help them tell their story in a way that communicates what's interesting about that story. And it's not your job to decide that what you think is interesting is a better sell than what they want to talk about. Because that's how you burn bridges and lose. You'll get the interview that you're going for if you do that, but you won't get a second interview. You'll never like build contacts in the industry by doing that. But I digress. Clive says, why don't we now go over to our audience and take some questions? Okay, let's see what we've got. We have about just enough time to take 2 questions. What will happen to the BrickDog dog? A pet lover in the crowd. Great question, though. In this breakup, who gets the dog? That is such a stupid question. There is no dog. It's It's just a band name. Oh, denial in the Brick Dog camp. The fate of the dog is still unknown. There is no dog. Sensational. There's our soundbite. You heard it here first, folks. Gareth Gringle declares there is no Brick Dog. No, that's not what I, amazing. Okay, let's see what we've got. We have just about enough time to take 2 questions. Wait, hold up. I thought we did one. Did I find a glitch in the game? Will Brick Dog ever reunite? Let me Jerry Springer, the interviewer. Just go full metal chair, WWE style. Clive says, a fan there holding out for dear hope. What do you think, Gareth? Is there a chance the band will get back together? But we just broke up, so I don't have an answer. I'm trying to work on. I think we can rule out any reunions there, folks. An empathetic shutdown from Gareth. Amazing. Fantastic questions from a fantastic audience. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have today. Thank you to Gareth Gringle for joining us, and to you, our viewers in the studio and at home. But Clive, what about my new album? Until next time, I'm Clive Roderson, and this is Monster Music TV. I'm not gonna lie, like, aside from needing some water, like, that's kind of a fun character. Even though he's a massive douchebag, he's still kind of a fun character to play. Demo track 3. All right, so we gotta open the store for day 3. We got 1, 2, 3, in we go. Being evil is fun. I don't think he's evil. I think he's just a douche. Oh my God. Hello. You must be the new kid. It's so good to finally meet you. I'm Paul, babes. Can I call you babes? Absolutely, babes. Oh, we're gonna get on well, you and I. I want to show you something, because you shouldn't be fooled. I'm not just a pretty face. I'm an artiste. Have a look and let me know what you think. Kiss Me Like You Mean It Zine, number 8. Interesting. Save the Too Bright. Oh, this is like a accessibility. Oh, that's cool. It's like an accessibility feature. Save the Too Bright. Attend upcoming fundraising events to save the Too Bright and sign the petition on the back of this zine. Let's protect our community. August 18th and August 25th. Paul Fashanu asks, Shona Morgan, writer at Buster Zine and Walking the Cow. Walking the cow. That's why Tim Curry always played the villain. Yeah, Tim Curry was a pretty excellent villain. My favorite was Tim Curry playing the villain in the Mighty Ducks cartoon. Shout out to the 90s throwback. By the way, I completely forgot that Tim Curry played the villain in the Mighty Ducks cartoon until I went and looked it up recently, and I watched like the first episode again. By the way, that cartoon was awful. I love the Mighty Ducks, like more than I could even express on a single stream. I truly love the Mighty Ducks. That cartoon was terrible. I still love the cartoon, but I will acknowledge it was awful. I haven't thought about that cartoon in years. You know what's funny though is the cast on that cartoon is insane. There's a few people on there with like pretty big names, but the big one being Tim Curry as the villain. I can't remember the villain's name, but he's like basically the big bad on that cartoon is Tim Curry. And the second you hear his voice, it's like, holy shit, that is him. I loved him in Clue and Muppet Treasure Island. Yeah. Yeah, he was an amazing Long John Silver in Muppet Treasure Island. He was, I mean, Clue is my wife's favorite movie of all time. So we absolutely have that movie and have seen it many times. I've seen all the endings. Okay, where was I? Who are the hottest local bands right now? Girl Junk, those girls are great. Bad Toes, Loud Bratty and Lots of Fun Live. Pogo Stick, terrific new single. Agony Ant, Deranged and Delightful. And Denise, can't deny they've paid their dues. What are you wearing? Susie okay, yeah. Your Spot, poem by Kay Busler. Archie, I have problems. Would you like a hug? Yes. What an interesting and thought-provoking cartoon. Bring a smile to the streets. Use this washable chalk to draw smiles on the streets and make our community a place of wonder. Activism can start with a smile. And then they have a little piece of chalk and a baggie taped to the inside of the zine. That's funny. Guerrilla Gardening 101. Instructions. Mix 1 cup of hot water to 2 cups of shredded paper. Wring out all the moisture and mix in the seeds. Shape into a ball and wait 24 hours. Once ready, throw the ball into empty lots or private land. FYI, golf courses are tricky. And let nature grow. Pizza Bear. Cozy Bites with Grizzly. Cheap prices. Yeah. Save the too bright. Okay. Cool zine. It's good, right? I'm trying to raise awareness about what's happening in the community, the good and the bad. Show them what's right in this world. Activate the people, honey. Hank. Oh boy, this one doesn't look as if he's been activated yet. Somebody needs coffee. What's going on? Upstairs, flooded from all the rain. I just had to rearrange all the stock again and close it off. And on today of all days, what's happening today? Tonight. It's tonight. Denise, we're playing the apple bed tonight. Oh, that? I know. It's not like you've been talking about anything else. I'm just so nervous, you know? Hank, honey, you've done this hundreds of times. And no offense, but it's just the apple bed. Somehow these gigs matter even more now than before. Who knows how many of these I'll get to do, you know? You'll be fine. Thanks, kid. That's really nice of you to say. Okay, big breath. Knock, knock, knock. Is someone knocking on our staff room door? Is it a ghost? Are we even open? I'll go see what's up. While they're doing that, let me check the apps real quick. We got a new review from Walking the Cow. Checking in with Henry Kemp. I moan, I groan, I utter a heavy, dreary sigh. Why? Because, dear reader, it's the advent of another bloody supergroup here to roleplay as a crap reality TV show. Something, 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 something. Yeah, okay, whatever. Denise, tonight at the apple bed, 9 p.m. Cool. Paul, Hank. Good morning, everyone. Is the proprietor in the building? Excuse you, but who is who where? Miss McIntyre. I had the pleasure of meeting with her earlier this week. Her sister is one of my clients, after all. Wait, you work for Willow McIntyre? I am here on the behest of one of my clients. I don't need to say who. But you just said who. Very well. Allow me to speak in more layman terms then. I'm here to speak to your boss about this property. My client is interested in it, and since we're making arrangements, I'd advise her to get in touch promptly. Here's my card. I hope that's clear enough. Good. You have my number. Man, that jerk pushed right past me. What did I miss? Did you know Repeater was in trouble? Oh, no. Girl, are you kidding me? And you mean to tell me Willow goddamn McIntyre has been here? And you knew about it? Okay. I knew Willow stopped by, but that's it, all right? You know, Morgan, she didn't want to make a big deal out of it, which maybe is what we should do. but it is a big deal. I'm gonna go set up the front. Hank, I'm talking to you. Oh, we are getting to the bottom of this, kid. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sure, whatever. Hey, kid, sorry about all that. Bit of a hairy morning, am I right? And on our first day working together, too. Promise I'm not always like this. So what's the big deal with Morgan and Willow? Okay, if I tell you this, I need you to know it's not because we're gossiping in here, okay? But with that weird talent manager coming by and stuff, it's like Repeater isn't my store. But I feel responsible for it, you know? Okay, so Morgan and Willow founded this band, Becoming Violet. Something happened between them and the band split. I don't have like the exact details. Morgan won't talk about Willow and she won't stock any of her albums. So just keep your head down and don't mention it, okay? Now, store time. We're gonna open up in a second, folks, but I need to take a quick little bathroom break. So I'm gonna run across the hall. Y'all enjoy some Lo-Fi Persona 5, and I will be back very, very, very shortly. Yo, it is 9 o'clock already. Dang. I think we can go another hour probably. How we feeling, chat? Where we at? Y'all still with me or what? Well, don't all pipe up at once. Pedicabo, Breed Superior both say I'm here. Hey, I appreciate you both being here. We're gonna keep this thing trucking along. Snowhole still here? Nice. Been trying to get into Persona 5 lately. I need to find a copy of Persona 5 for the Switch. I know it's out there. I just gotta get my hands on it. 5 hours in, and I think it's just about to let me play. So it's one of those where the opening cinematic takes a couple hours to get through. Yeah. JRPGs are like street cats. You have to earn their trust. That tracks. Yeah, that tracks. All right. Back to it. Let's go. All right, Hank, let's open up. Good plan. We open the store. In comes this dude, Ishan. Hello there. Gee, what a lovely store you have. It's beautiful. I've been to many record stores, and this one's really nice. I just love finding little music shops. Why does this guy speak like an internet bot? If this guy like unzips his forehead and turns out to be like 3 raccoons and a t-shirt. Tiny troves of magic and excitement. See, I travel a lot, and it comforts me that no matter how far from home I am, I can always feel at peace behind the walls of a record store. I have a golden rule, though: never overindulge. I'm only allowed 1 record per store I visit, and the record I buy has to be from a local band. That way, I learn about a new place and its culture. Plus, I get a souvenir to remember my trip by. So, my friend, what local record would you recommend to me? Burger Boy. Holding a map. We did just have that article from Walking the Cow. No, not Walking the Cow. It was the magazine, which I don't have access to anymore. Finally, it's Bad Toes time to shine. Whoa, what is this? Going Gringle. Oh, it's that dude's new, it's Gareth's new album. Taking the world by surprise, Gareth Gringle, notorious as the replacement singer of Brick Dog, has decided to rip it all up to pursue loftier ambitions, and here they are, a quilt of folk and charm. Certainly doesn't play it safe, we'll give him that. I mean, this is not local by any means, but that's interesting that we got the new album. All right, there's Sister. And there's Brick Dog. There's Bruck. There's Ego Sunny Side Up and Bricked Ego. Let's see. Bad Toes. Puerile, revolting, electrifying, and relentless, Bad Toes' debut is everything parents don't want their teenagers to listen to, and we love them for it. The world needs more depravity. Thank God for Bad Toes, then. From Shauna Morgan, Blister Zine. I think that was the person. I think Shauna Morgan was from Blister Zine was the person who put together that top 5 list of local bands. Why is there an exclamation mark? Distributed by Pumpkin Pizza Party. Honestly, Pedicabo, I think you nailed it, man. I think this is the one. We print the receipt. Rock hands. Recommend. See what he says. Oh, so vibrant. And this is what your local scene is about. Certainly different. Thank you so much for helping, and congratulations again on your lovely shop. Have a great rest of your day, okay? I got a rad score. Nice. Pedicabo coming in hot. Enchanté, darling. I have arrived. God damn it. And I'm ready to perform, darling. I'm ready for my moment. You just point where, and I'll let my heart and soul do the rest. I'm sorry, who are you? Why, darling, I'm Jazzy Jazz, and I'm here to... I recognize her from the album cover. Here to sing. Okay, let's hear it. Excellent choice, darling. Excellent choice. I'm going to dedicate this little number to you. Hit it. Ahem. Unstoppable. Ah. By the way, I'm not clicking this. This is just, it's just auto running. It's probably auto running to a music track that I have turned off. Jazz. Oh, girl, you know you're banned from here. But darling, would you really deprive the world of my voice? Oh shit, she's on the band. She's right in the middle. I forgot to check the band thing. The rules are the rules, darling. But I'm providing entertainment. Oh, I messed up. Paul, darling, be nice. Surely you understand the insufferable, insatiable call of the stage. Hank? Sorry, Jazz. No hard feelings. Okay, I'm going. Sorry, everyone. Show is postponed. Until next time. Do not let her back in, Hank. Yeah, I know. I hope she doesn't bite me again. Sorry, new kid. Should have told you. Jazz is one of our most notorious band members. Wow, people actually get banned? Rarely. But as you can see in Jazz's case, sometimes boundaries are helpful. And I mean, it is a crime what she's doing to Mimi. Anyway, I'll let you get back to it after all that excitement. I got to keep an eye on this band list down here, apparently. Well, hello there. I don't believe I recognize you. In fact, I would swear I've never seen you before. Are you new? Started this week. Well, there you have it. Wasn't that a quick mystery to solve, eh? But seeing as you're new, I guess you probably haven't heard about the Wax Pack. Should I have? No, that's the point. We're a private group of collectors. Very mysterious stuff. Some will call us connoisseurs, while others would call us a menace. No, of course not. But I had you for a second, didn't I? Anyway, we collect more than just records. If you keep an eye out, maybe you'll find out what. But you'll have to be thorough. So keep in mind, whenever you see a badge like mine, there's shenanigans at play. Wax Pack, got it. But for now, you can help me with what I really need. I'm very particular about my collection. No surprise, I'm sure. But I'll be damned if I can ever remember the details of what it is I'm trying to find. It's quite the predicament, eh? And this time I'm after something very particular. It's from this one lad who sings in this band, right? He was in the news just recently for joining some, I don't know, super group. But I'm not interested in that. It's his previous band that I like. They only ever made the one album, see? And that's what I'm after. You reckon you could still find it with all that mumbo jumbo? Because I got to find that secret note Priya left inside it. If I recall correctly, it's this dude, Henry Kemp, something supergroup. Talking about Bricked Ego. They're formed from the cobbled blocks of once an indie darling, but now a bloody embarrassment, Robbie Dare, and 3 forgettable chumps from Brick Dog, whose names I struggle to find because I couldn't be bothered to even look them up. Okay. Hang on, wait a minute. I'm sure this will be a colossal shit show. Don't forget your popcorn. One slow, wet fart on... I didn't see that last line the first time I read this. It says one slow, wet fart on this one, folks. That Gareth dude was the singer for Brick Dog, right? No, Bricked Ego is the combo of Brick Dog and Ego Sunny Side Up. So I think this guy's looking for Ego Sunny Side Up. So lad that's in a super group, but I want the record by his first band. Yeah, which is gonna be this one right here. Oh, there's a note. Yeah. There's a note inside. Hold up. Okay, so heart, cat, 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 heart. Look at that. You got it. Ego Sunny Side Up by, of course, Bangin'. I've been meaning to add this to my collection for donkeys. He's got a right weird voice on him, that Robbie Dare. And there's some scorcher tunes on this, I'm telling you. Great stuff. Oh, so you found a wax pack clue, did you? Looks like you're sniffing in the right direction, eh, kid? So here's a clue in return. Vampire Witch Ghost. I'm sorry, what? Better write it down. Vampire Witch Ghost. That's your clue. A clue for a clue. That's how we operate. And if you want to know more about the wax pack, you'll figure out what's next. Vampire Witch Ghost. Be sure to not forget it, kid. The fuck? Vampire Witch Ghost. I'm gonna write that down. Hold on. Yeah, that bot can get wrecked. The problem is, I don't know where to jot down my little note to myself. I'm trying to think here. Okay. Rita Butterfly says, hey, I'm looking for something for the finale of my show. It's off Willow McIntyre's Hemlock Needle, but I can't seem to find it. In fact, I can't seem to find any Willow McIntyre albums. You can't be telling me you have no Willow albums. She's an icon. The new kid won't know this, but girl, do I have bad news for you on this one. Girl, you can't be serious. Girl, trust me. You would not believe the drama. What my friend is trying to say is simply that the owner of this store has chosen not to stock Willow albums. That's ludicrous. What's next? You telling me you don't stock any Becoming Violet either? Well, it's funny you should mention that. Is there anything not Willow related you'd enjoy? Mimi, maybe? Mimi? You expect me to trade a true diva with that ball of candy floss? Is that a no? Pah. You all need to have a word with yourselves, because I can't even. Mimi instead of Willow? Not today, Satan. Not today. Okay, bye. Man, she was so incensed that we didn't have like her favorite record or whatever. Okay, I changed my mind. I like Mimi now. Yeah, Pedicabo. That was kind of my take as well. Hank says, well, I'm going to be honest. This happens at least once a week and it's still uncomfortable. Do you ever wonder how much money Repeater is losing out on because of this? It's Morgan's decision, Paul. Pointless to argue with her about it. Trust me, I've tried. Sure you did. Morgan, could we perhaps, all right, mate, let me live. Are you, though? Are we what? Afraid of Morgan? I wouldn't say we're afraid, are we? I'm not. Jury's out on you, though. That's respect you're seeing. Respect. I was her very first employee. When I was a young hunk. Look, most of the people here would be pretty screwed without Morgan. Say for me, because I'm amazing in real life. Yeah, she's done a lot for each of us, so we want to give her space on this, even if it's completely and utterly irrational. Hey. Hey, yeah, you. Come here. Easy, don't make it too obvious. Listen, there is a really cute girl behind me, okay? And I'm freaking out. I want her to think I'm cool, but she looks way too cool and I'm most definitely not cool. Can you help me buy something that will impress her? You know, make it look like I have taste. She's got a band t-shirt on. Whoa, don't just look. That's so obvious. Be chill, be chill. Sorry for snapping. I'm gonna try and decipher the band tee out of the corner of my eye. And then you go get me the record. A foolproof plan. Okay, on her tee, it looks like a rectangle pattern. And I think I see 4 legs. Shoot, is that enough to go on? A tee with a rectangle pattern and 4 legs. Whoa, more people hanging out in the store. All right. Oh, there's the zine. I could reread it if I need to. There's a little dude in a plant. That's funny. Rectangle pattern and 4 legs. I feel like it's the is she looking for a shirt? No, she's she's describing the shirt of a girl that she likes, and she wants an album that's gonna make her look cool. And I think I know which one it is. Hang on, let me. Oh, I was thinking it was Pink Square, but that's not it. A rectangle and 4 legs. Shit. There's a bunch more to unlock. I haven't unlocked yet, so hang on. Is it one of the... Check wanking the walking the cow? No, because walking the cow is about that guy Henry Kemp from the supergroup. He used to be in Ego Sunny Side Up. You know what? It might be like on the back of an album somewhere. No, that's a snake. No. Hmm. It's not Brick Dog. It's not Sister. I don't think it's Mimi. I don't think it's Bad Toes. I don't think it's the Male Choir Club. I mean, this has like shapes on it and stuff, but I don't think that's what they're looking for. A rectangle pattern and 4 legs. Hold on, let me look at the zine again. Girl Junk, Bad Toes, Pogo Stick. Okay. I don't see anything helpful in here. Employee handbook. Da 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 da. Yeah. Okay. What about your phone? Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, I was looking at the stock. Like, I'm looking at these album covers. I was thinking Gecko Jester maybe, but there's nothing. It doesn't look like a rectangle. And then I was thinking like the dog with the ears, but no, that doesn't make sense. What happens if you click one? Nothing. That's kind of what I'm doing here. It's just not. The dog has 4 legs. Yeah, I know. That's why I was kind of like thinking maybe the dog. Brick Dog live at the snack bar. Mecha Mimi. Neopixel. I don't know if that one's not out right now. It's usually right here. Oh, you know what? I just realized that's the if you look in the window, that's the little flyer thing I designed with the stickers. That's funny. Rectangle pattern. She said triangle pattern, right? No. Rectangle pattern and 4 legs. Hang on. Wait a minute. Let me back this up. Let's try again. Rectangle pattern, 4 legs. Could be Brick Dog. I feel like the 4 legs is kind of the indicator. So then can we do the Brick Dog live album? If she wants the, no, I think she said 4 legs because she wants. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, bricks are rectangular. Yeah. A brick with 4 legs. That would be Brick Dog. All right, we're going with Brick Dog. And we're gonna go record, dog, record. Brick Dog? Yeah, that looks just like the t-shirt. That's gotta be it. She's gotta think I'm cool now, right? Okay. I've got one other favor to ask. Can you slip her my phone number? I don't want it. Not interested. Thank you, but no. But it's not from me. Then who? The woman from before. Wow. But she was... You okay there? Yes. And wow, she was walking out with a Brick Dog record. She's so cool. Thank you. I need to pick up a record for my dad. I forgot the name. I just know he wants it because some gross writer he likes it. The writer sucks. He complains about bands I like, just like my dad. Another sensational night out. My melatonin is through the roof. I haven't slept and I don't even feel tired. I'm gonna read A Place of Greater Safety. Cool. My dad wants a gross record for some obnoxious writer he likes. I think I know exactly what record. Taking the world by surprise, Notorious as the replacement singer of Brick Dog has decided to rip it all up to pursue loftier ambitions. And here they are, a quilt of folk and charm. He certainly doesn't play it safe. We'll give him that. From Lenny Hurst, B Beats. I don't think that's it. No, hang on. Let's process this for a second. We have a new record from the former singer of Brick Dog, and we have a Brick Dog fan saying, hey, I got to get a new record for my dad. The reviewer talking about wet farts. Yeah, no. She said that her dad likes it because this writer he likes said it was good. So like, I'm thinking the writer that her dad likes is Lenny Hurst from B Beats. And also, if he is the singer that left Brick Dog, she would hate him, which means her dad would love him. I'm telling you, I think it's this one. Yes, but the writer supposedly doesn't like bands. She does. She's wearing a Brick Dog shirt. That's exactly my point. This guy used to sing in Brick Dog, and now he left Brick Dog to go a completely other direction. Brick Dog is kind of like a post-punk band, and this is like a folk record. So this is like some shit for her dad. This is exactly what she needs. I'm gonna feed my little seal on my Tamagotchi. I'm also gonna pet the seal because we like happy pets. But the reviewer talked about that supergroup and how one member was from some other band. I think it was the other dude in the supergroup's old band that she wants to get for her dad. Okay, hang on. Walk the Cow. Notorious Henry Kemp writes for his regular guest column, giving his verdict on the new supergroup group Bricked Ego. Okay, so this is Henry Kemp, the writer. He hates Bricked Ego. Once an indie darling, but now a bloody embarrassment, Robbie Dare and the 3 forgettable chumps from Brick Dog, whose names I struggle to find because I couldn't be bothered to even look them up. I'm sure this will be a colossal shit show. This is what I'm talking about, man. Like, she said that her dad wants this record from a writer that she likes, or that he likes. He likes this writer, and the writer said that he liked this album. Nowhere in this review does it mention an album that he likes. It just says he used to like Ego Sunny Side Up, but we've already sold a copy of Ego Sunny Side Up. I don't think we're gonna sell another one because that's not really how this game works. Some obnoxious writer likes. Yeah, I think it's I really think it's this one. Because if she likes Brick Dog, she's gonna hate this. That's why she thinks it's gross. Wants a gross record. She thinks the record is gross from some obnoxious writer. She thinks the writer is obnoxious. She thinks the record is gross. It's on screen, dude. Like, I can't tell if you're fucking with me. Robbie Dare in the 3 Forgettable Challenge. She called the writer gross at 1.2. Actually, we can go to the dialogue tracker. I need to pick up a record for my dad. I forgot the name. I just know he wants it because some gross writer he likes it. He complains about bands I like. Yeah, she said he sucks. My dad wants a gross record from some obnoxious writer he likes. The writer sucks. He complains about bands I like, just like my dad. The writer doesn't have a band, dude. I'm telling you, she's a fan of Brick Dog. This guy just left Brick Dog to make a completely different kind of music. She's gonna hate this album, which means her dad is gonna love it. Notorious says the replacement singer of Brick Dog has decided to rip it all up to pursue loftier ambitions, and here they are. A quilt of folk and charm. He certainly doesn't play it safe. We'll give him that. Yeah, I think this is like the opposite of a Brick Dog record. I think that's why she wants it for her dad, because her dad hates her music. Let's see if the logic is there. No, that's not gross or puerile enough to be it. Fuck me. Dad's gonna be disappointed. Oh well, but thanks for passing that number to me. Hank, come on now. Don't you think we need to talk to Morgan about this manager guy? Can we not talk about this now, Paul? I have a gig to prepare for. Can we pretend this didn't happen just for one more day? But What are we pretending didn't happen? Hank's trying to hide. Morgan, well, what a surprise to see you here. Is it? I do own the place. So anyway, what's this secret you don't want to talk about? Willow. Excuse me? We know Willow was here, Morgan. So how's that any of your business exactly? Because her manager came by. Willow's manager came to the store today and told us Willow plans to buy the store. What? Were those the exact words they used? Well, honestly, that man used a lot of words, and I'm not managerial quality, so. Hank's honest, I'll give him that. So why are you worrying? I'm not worried. Right. Morgan, I'm still worried. I'm going ahead to the apple bed. You guys lock up. I'll see you there. Oh, girl, I have a bad feeling about this. No. No, Morgan will sort it out. You'll see. Well, we probably should actually lock up. What time is it? 7-ish? We have sound check. I gotta go. Okay, new kid, button up. Looks like we're closing. Going to the apple bed. Yeah, I blew it on that record. Oh well. What happened? Am I still streaming to? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was weird. It looked like it dropped my YouTube stream for a second, but we're good. Wow, I've always wanted to meet you. You have no idea who I am, do you, kid? Tell the kid who they're dealing with, Hank. This is Pat Brennan, former drummer of Becoming Violent. Still nothing? Well, we don't stock Becoming Violent. So this is a knowledge gap that's a little hard to close. Well, no excuse now. Go on the internet or something. You should really find out why Becoming Violent were so beloved. I've got a good thing going here, but man, I do wonder what it would have been like if Morgan and Willow hadn't fallen out. Shh. Oh, it hurt my stomach. I'm gonna need the loo. Hey, Hank. Bye, Hank. Oh, hey, Pat. Hey, punk princess. What's with the long face? Hank didn't tell you? Repeater is gonna close. Apparently it's Willow who's buying it. Wait, what? Paul told everyone to find a new job before it's too late. What am I gonna do? If I have to work somewhere else, I won't be able to take care of girl junk. And you haven't even let us play the apple bed yet. I know that if they get to play a bigger venue, they'll get the attention they deserve. I'm sure it won't be what you think. But even if it was, you're young. You can always find something new. Certain other people have been working at Repeater for decades. It's just difficult to imagine doing something else at this point. I feel like one of those men whose wives joined the women's liberation movement in the 1960s. Those women gained a wealth of new knowledge and skills which allowed them to view themselves as a new kind of... Yes, okay, it's bad news, obviously. Sounds like you all need to head to the bar. Who the fuck is Mateo? Was there a Mateo earlier in the game? I don't think I know who Mateo is. Phew. Do you feel any better? Not really. Maybe I need something to calm my nerves. I have a policy that I don't drink before a show, although I'm feeling really nervous about tonight. I quite fancy a beer to take the edge off, but once I start, I always overdo it. I've got low impulse control. It doesn't matter, even if it's low alcohol, it always escalates, and then I make a mess of myself on stage. I'm gonna be real with you, I'm not enjoying the writing in this game. The puzzles are kind of fun, but the rest of it is straining my eye muscles from all the rolling. Yeah, the writing's pretty rough. I'll give you that. I like the mechanics, and I like the gameplay loop of like recommending records and shit, but like the interstitial story stuff, like I think there needs a lot more brevity. If only there was a way to trick my brain into the idea of having a beer, but then not actually having the beer. Don't suppose you have any ideas for that, kid? Look for a drink. I just want to trick my brain into the idea of beer without actually drinking. So, curious, edge trimmer, 0% stout. That's it. Non-alcoholic beer. Why am I working at the bar now? This is weird. Butts, all the butts. Brevity for a start. Actually, interesting things for the characters to do and say would be good too. Yeah, I feel like, well, I mean, this is a demo and it's like a pre-release demo. So I feel like going back over some of the dialogue and tightening things up is probably on their to-do list, or at least I want to give them the benefit of that doubt. I mean, because keep in mind, technically this game isn't out yet. Edge trimmer, alcohol-free is a good idea. It's a bit of a slippery slope though. Once you have a beer that tastes like beer, you're one step away from a real beer. The wall of temptation is thin, let me tell you, but let's give it a chance. Good thinking, kid. Appreciate it. I got an okay response from that. Guess it's time for me to head backstage. Wish me luck, kid. What the fuck else was I supposed to give him? Everything else was either regular beer or hard alcohol. What do you have to say for yourself? What have I done now? Everyone's a mess because of Repeater's impending closure, fearless leader. Who said anything about closure? Well, word on the grapevine is you and Will is caught up. She's just bored. Drama for drama's sake. Just because you're not worried about this mystery manager and your sister doesn't mean we aren't. And so Gossip and Gabby decided to tell everyone the store is going to close. I swear to... Listen up, everyone. Repeater is not closing. No one is kicking us out. End of. Hell, we still have ongoing renovations, so don't even think about quitting on me. Hooray! I know you know I'm too beautiful to work in an office 5 days a week. I need another drink to celebrate. Hey, you guys know Hank's band already started, right? Let's go. Wait, who's watching the bar? Damn it. Ah, look at them go up there. Just rocking their little faces off. Can this cutscene be over, please? I wish it could, but I have no skip buttons. Apparently, there's supposed to be music to this. So we're just gonna wait, I guess. Still waiting. Wait, did I get... Oh, wait, what happened? The lights went out. And we're loading. I like that little graphic. Chloe says, hey, thanks for playing Waxheads. Although the demo is now finished, please feel free to keep hanging around the store. We've even added some more songs from the soundtrack to the jukebox. Give them a spin. If you enjoyed your time in Repeater Records, then please give us a wish list on Steam. And keep your eyes peeled for the full release coming very soon. What do we got here? Press play is pressed onto the world stage. Seismic shocks reverberated throughout the music biz yesterday when industry mogul James Grenth announced the advent of his slick new music platform, Press Play. Needless to say, the announcement has caused... Okay. Huh, interesting. No, I'm good. Chloe thinks so. I've already wishlisted it. I'm going to play it. As long as it's like not overly expensive. I mean, honestly, if it's less than 20 bucks, I'll buy it. And I'll, I don't know if I'll play it on stream, but I'll play it. The problem we run into with indie games like this, right, is I am kind of operating on the assumption that it's a small team that has to take on a lot of different tasks. And so it's one of those things where they can't afford to hire somebody who's good at everything. So they have to stick to a small team of people who have to be passable at a lot of things. You know, the old adage about, you know, jack of all trades, master of none. That's really what it boils down to when it comes to indie game development. I've worked for a game studio that has had big game releases and small game releases. I get it. You want to support someone's dream, but you also like what you like. That's the thing, man. Like, I'm all about working at a record store. I enjoy the game loop. But I agree with you, Pedicabo, that the writing needs some work. In fact, I even think I called it out earlier in the stream that, like, I kind of wish I knew who did the writing so that I could offer my services. But it's probably more of a budget thing, I would imagine. The demo's free. They're not pre-selling any copies, so God knows what their budget even looks like. I just played the Gunk, which is a similar small team indie game. It has a similarly iffy writing. Yeah, it happens with a lot of indie games that I've played, and it's just kind of one of those sort of problematic things that happens when you have a really small team trying to take on a lot of tasks where they don't really have the bandwidth to focus on any one particular thing and give it the thoroughness that it deserves. Nice looking game. Yeah, I really like the art. I like the sticker style art, how everybody has these white borders and stuff. Everybody kind of looks like, you know, indie stickers like you would see a lot in the band scene. I think it's a cool choice. Everything looks really hand drawn. Not this one, the Gunk. Well, all right. Well, fair enough. But I like the art in this game. So that, you know, between the art and the gameplay loop, like I said, if it's under $20, I will for sure play this. Until then, keep on spinning. And that brings us to the end of this game. Are you sure you want to leave the staff room? I don't know what I'm doing. It would be nice if the phone had a clock so you had some semblance of like what time of day it is. Or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. We got a bunch of crap you can buy for the shelf. We got gallery rooms. You can get different artwork to put on the walls, I guess. The Becoming Violet shelf, we can put different, what? Action figures? Interesting. So there's a bunch of like tchotchkes and stuff. And then I guess there's some rare LPs you can put. Looks like these are for the jukebox. Oh, and you get different virtual pets. That's fun. And then different record assistants. Little cat, little vampire. All right, well, we're gonna call it there. Thanks very much, everybody, for hanging out tonight for another successful stream. Tonight we were playing Waxheads, brand new indie game. The demo's out on Steam. The game itself has not been released yet, but maybe we'll revisit once the full release is out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when it comes out. But for next week, we definitely need to get back to some Animal Crossing. So you can look forward to that next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, right back here on twitch.tv/DJSwitchPDX. Until then, that's it for me. Don't forget to follow me at DJSwitchPDX on all the social things, and I will see you after the weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Stay safe. Stay warm. Bye-bye.
This was a triumph on making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science, we do what we must because we can, for the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake, and the science gets done, and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. I'm not even angry, I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me, tore me to pieces, and threw every piece into a fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line, and we're out of beta, we're releasing on time. So I'm glad I got burned to think of all the things we've learned for the people who are still alive. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look out there, it makes me glad I'm not you. I've experiments to run, there is research to be done on the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. And while you're dying, I'll be still alive. I feel fantastic and I'm still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive.